Hello everybody. My name is Adarsh Patel. Most of you people will be knowing me. That's why you are watching this video. So a lot of people were asking me, what did I do to prepare and how did I prepare for the INICET. So to some of them I could reply and I could talk to them on call, but I couldn't talk to everybody. So that's why I'm making this video. So that whoever asked me and also who did not ask me and want to know what I did, can watch this video and know what I did for the preparation. Okay, so this is my result. I got 153 correct and 41 wrong answers, and I left 6 answers, so I attempted 194. Okay. So what did I do to prepare? So first of all, I want to make a note before I start the video. For first year MBBS student, please read anatomy from Vishram Singh. Okay, I have a very soft corner in my heart for Vishram Singh anatomy book. I loved the book. I really loved the subject, and I always told everybody to use Vishram Singh only because that is a very nicely written book. Like otherwise, it's a choice what you want to do. Okay, so what I used for my preparation in final year, I used to study marrow main notes for all the main subjects, and also for some topics and some important questions I used to read textbook, different textbook for different subjects, and also use other resources. I also uh, did Enki, and Enki is a very great tool for preparation. If you want to, no, I'll share about how to use Enki and what you can, from where you can get the pre-made deck. I in the end, or I will make another video for that. If you guys want to know. One thing I want to emphasize to everybody: if you guys have time, if you guys have good time or decent time for preparation, please experiment with resources. Because if I say BTR worked for me, this thing worked for me, it is not necessary that the same thing works for you too. There are plenty of resources right now. There are a lot of online platform in India, outside of India, a lot of platform, preparing for USMLE, UKMLE, or you can say PLAB, and they're very nice platform. If you have time, please go try one video. You definitely gonna get the videos on Telegram or any some pirated website. You will be knowing much more about those websites than I do right now. But I would still suggest, please experiment. If someone says that this textbook is best, it is not necessarily that it is best for you too. There are a lot of textbooks for one subject also. Try different textbooks, read one chapter, one topic, see what suits you, and go with that. All the textbooks are good, all the notes are good. Find what is best for you. What I did in internship. Internship, usually I did not get enough time for preparation, and whenever I got more time or whenever I got some time, I tried to study, and also I have chilled a lot. I have had a lot of fun in my internship, so I wouldn't say I was dedicatedly preparing for INICET in my internship. I have only locked in and I prepared for INICET only. I have done a lot of things other than study and work. So if you are very dedicated, you can study also, and you can do whatever you want to do. It will definitely be your choice. Okay. But I knew I did not give enough time for preparation, so I wanted to find the most concise material, and it was BTR by Dr. Zainab ma'am. I used the BTR as a base, and on top of them I did DBMCI 1 test and discussion plan. Dr. Purva ma'am suggested me DBMCI 1. She suggested me to take any test and discussion plan, and she said stick with it. They have a schedule. Go with the schedule, study according to the subject, and you will complete your subjects on time because of that schedule. I personally couldn't follow the schedule, but I will tell you how did I, prepare for the exam. I used to study one subject from BTR. Let's say I'm studying microbiology. I would watch the micro video of Dr. Zainab ma'am. I got unannotated notes of BTR in which there are only images. You need to write most of things by your hand, by in the book. Not necessarily you need to buy the same. You can buy the annotated copies, or you can get PDF or from PDF from somewhere of Telegram and get printed by local shops and all. But yeah, I would suggest BTR. And after completing that subject from BTR, I have completed microbiology, I have watched the video, I annotated, then I would get to the microbiology DBMC A1 test and discussion. I'll give the test. There are usually 80 MCQs per test. In big subjects or long subjects, there are 2 tests. In medicine, there are 3 tests. And short subject, there is 1 test and discussion. One test is followed by a discussion. Discussion is usually 8 hours long, 7 to 8 hours long. And in that 7 to 8 hours, the teacher who is discussing the question, if there is a question about a topic, they will start the topic from the start. They will explain the whole topic, and then they will tell you that this is the answer, and this is the reason why this is the answer. So in short, if you are completing BTR, then you are giving the test, and then you are watching the discussion. So when you are watching the discussion, basically it is your one more revision. They will cover almost all of your subject, almost 80 to 90% of all topics of that subject, most important topics. Also, in this test on DBMC A1, the MCQs are based mainly on previous year questions and how important the topics are. If, let's say, in OBGY, sonography in OBGY is very important, So they will have multiple questions, like 4 or 5 questions or more, maybe more questions of that topic only, so that you understand the topic in depth. I did. So after finishing DBMC A1 test and discussion, while watching the discussion, I used to make notes. I used to make the notes of the topics only which I did not know or which I found new. So I made notes of those things, and then I divided those notes into 2 categories. One category was that this is conceptual, and one is ratne wali cheezein. Like I need to cram that thing only. I need to revise it again and again to remember the thing. Like most of things are there in biochemistry and microbiology. You need to remember most of the things, and you need to repeat it again and again. So all the conceptual things I used to add in my notes. I used to take blank pages, and I'll write the main notes and attach it to the BTR copy, or will keep in a file. And all the things that I need to repeat again and again, I used to make a Anki flashcard. I made a separate deck which I made myself. I used to type in that the thing I need to remember, make a flashcard, and I used to read it daily. If you guys are familiar with Anki, it is a spaced repetition technique. So if I can't remember the topic, it will be repeated more. If I remember the topic, I'll choose easy on that, so it will be repeated after some duration of the days on which that software is made. So that Anki is a really good and very helpful resource for our preparation, especially for medical PK. So if you haven't tried it yet, I would suggest you go and try it. Okay. You will get a lot of pre-made decks by very good people, very toppers, and some organizations on Reddit. I'll share the links if you want. Please ask me. Okay. So there is a question a lot of people will be asking is, should I use rapid revision notes or BTR? I have only one answer to that. Try both for one subject and know it yourself. Which one is better for you? I personally say BTR is better. It was better for me. But if you're still in dilemma, you don't know, you're not sure, I would suggest go for pick up one topic, let's say microbiology or biochemistry or any topic you can say. Take microbiology rapid revision notes of Marrow or any others platform you're using. Read that subject through and through. Then read BTR notes, and you will be knowing what is the difference, which one is better for you. Okay, guys. One more thing which I wanted to tell you is when you are preparing, a lot of people will come and say, okay, BTR is not enough. Definitely, BTR is not enough. In fact, any resource is not enough for any exam. Okay, because they will not be making paper reviewing your resource or saying they will pick up the BTR book and say yes, then Dr. Zainab has taught this, so we'll not ask these all things. We'll ask something else. Also, when I started preparing, a lot of people, one of the JRs also told me that this time paper was not from BTR, it was entirely out of the BTR. This time also a lot of people said that not all the questions were from BTR. But I would say if there are 100 to 120 questions from the BTR notes, that's a pretty good number. Because you don't need to get 200 correct in INICET especially. I don't have very much knowledge about NEET because I have not dedicatedly prepared for NEET at all. But I have some knowledge about INICET because I was preparing for that dedicatedly a bit. So yes, if you get 100 120 correct, there will be 50 questions which you will have to guess. at least 50 there will be, you will have to guess. You will not be knowing the perfect answers. So you will make a guess, and you need to improve your guessing skill, which you will do by which you will get by doing a lot of GTs. So one question in particularly I wanted to tell you guys is how you are going to approach INICET. So there will be a lot of questions you would not be knowing the answer, you would not be knowing the topic. So one of the questions I remember, this was the questions in the INICET this time, which I attempted. The question was the given disorders are associated with dystonia and basal ganglia involvement early in the disease, and which one is fundamentally different from the others. Yes, I have taken this screenshot from DigiNow has uploaded the whole PDF of the recall questions on their website. So I have taken a screenshot from there and posted it here. Yeah, I remember it was written early in the disease because I gave pretty good time to this question. When I read this question for the first time, I escaped the question. I did not attempt it because I did not know what these things are, PKN, PLN. I knew only Wilson's disease. Okay, and these people have given all the full forms of this PKN and PLAN in the exam. The full forms were not given, so I left the question. When I reviewed it again, I read the question again. It was given the given disorders are associated with dystonia and basal ganglia involvement early in the disease, and which one is different? I could see Wilson disease look different, and we also know that neuro involvement in Wilson's disease is seen in late phase of the disease. So yes, I knew in Wilson's there is no early involvement of the diseases. That's why I marked the Wilson's and I was correct. You will have to guess a lot of questions like this in like this way in INICET. That's how we are going to get the correct questions. You will not be able to know all the correct answers of these questions. Okay, I am uploading this on this YouTube channel Biopsy. I and Deep started teaching pathology on this channel in second year. It was just a little experiment, but I thought if I want to upload this video, why shouldn't I use this channel? So that's why I'm using this. And I am not planning to be a YouTuber. At least I am not planning to be a YouTuber right now. So let's not ask that question too. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, any other questions, you can ask me anywhere. WhatsApp, Instagram. I'll try to answer everybody. Thank you so much.